Hello, this is Mr. Hornsby83 with Mr. Hornsby83 Review. I'm now moved on to my Ray Donovan Season 2 finale, and the main storyline going into this finale was the Cookie Brown situation between Ray's daughter, and that. And those who watch the show and that know what was going on with, what Cookie Brown did to that boy and his dad, the young rapper. And there was also the Kate McPherson situation, and she's going to publish a story about Sully Sullivan, and she found out the truth in that, and Ray wasn't doing much to stop her, so the preacher that I guess Ray works for and the FBI agent collaborated to have a way to get her dealt with, but Ray said if anything happened to her, he had leverage on both of them. Apparently they didn't care because the preacher sent Avi to kill her anyway, and after Ray found out, he told them what was going on with the leverage he had over the preacher. Then he took care of the leverage with the FBI agent, who's really corrupt. Yeah, I think it was Vic Mackey's brother. But with that being said, then he moved on to the Cookie Brown situation, and this was the whole focal point. Also, Mickey getting revenge on the parole officer that worked for Ray. But I'll get to that in a minute. I'll get to the Cookie Brown situation because that's where, a lot of the bulk of the show took, place with. Was just focused on that situation. So, Ray calls him after he gets out of jail because, if you seen last week's episode, he attacked his dad, Mickey, after the explosion that killed Shorty and all that. And he called Cookie Brown. He's talking to him and explaining to him why he didn't bring it. He's like, well, if you want that video, I'll come over. He said, I already seen the video, and Ray, and he tells Ray to meet him and all that, and so Ray goes to meet him, and they're talking. He says, well, Snowflake was on that video. And then he's like, what'd she say to the cops? And Ray said she told him the truth. She didn't see nothing and all that, but that's what Ray told her to say. That she didn't see nothing. She had left on Sunset Boulevard, made him drop her off there because they were getting high, and she was upset with it. So Cookie Brown says, is everything, and basically saying, is everything good with us? That means neither one of our kids will have to be fatherless, and this and that, and but you find out later on what goes on. So I'm going to move away from the Cookie Brown story for a moment. I'm going to get into the Mick story. Well, it starts out with Mick and his other son going to talk to that movie producer who, he had his other son with that movie producer's wife, and that's why they don't like each other and this and that, but then he comes there, asks for his money and this and that, and the guy screwed him out of a good deal that he had, a good movie deal he had with one of those big producers. And the guy, he says something like, I'm not giving no money, and then Nick's like, you owe me my money, blah, 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 and, says something else I can't remember. It's been like nearly 7 days since I watched it. Then we get a fight scene between Mick and that guy, and he beats the crap out of him, knocks him in the pool, and the lady he had his other son with comes out, sees what happened. Mick says, oh, don't worry, he's moving, and she's like, well, I can't see you no more, Mick, and he tells her to call the cops, and she says, well, if call the cops, if I get arrested, he gets arrested, because and talks about the sons, that's their son together, and she didn't want her son arrested, so she just let him go and this and that. And then he goes after the parole officer for gypping him in the last episode, which, was a very, dirty thing, and the reason why he did it is because he had found out that the money had been taken out of the safe of the place they robbed earlier in the morning. So then he tells them about a horse that's a lock to win and this and that, and making them bet on it. And the horse wins, and they get the big money that they needed. Also, the situation with Ray's wife and the cop that she was seeing behind Ray's back. Well, situation with Ray's wife and the cop that she was seeing behind his back. A few episodes before that, she had asked him to kill Cookie Brown, but he couldn't. He tried. He couldn't do it because he's such a straight arrow cop, I guess. And then he was explaining to her another way he could protect him and this and that. By having him live with her, and she was thinking about it, and then, she decided not to go stay with him, and then we're going to get back to the Cookie Brown situation. Ray had to bring the money back to him, so Ray gets the money, goes to bring it back to him. They're talking a little bit more. Ray asks, "How do I know you're not going to hurt my daughter?" Cookie Brown says, "You don't." And then he shoots him, and he's like, "I thought so." And then the two men that were his bodyguards or whatever came in. He held the gun to one, grabbed the other one's gun, and held it to both of them. And he basically told them, either split the money between each other, or one of you kill the other and take the money. And one killed the other and took the money. They didn't really show which one did, but I think that's also the same one that called and reported it. And then Ray's son shows Ray's wife what happened, and she's like, well, I guess she's excited because now she knows that Ray had a plan this whole time to freaking take care of Cookie Brown, even though she had doubts about him doing anything about it and protecting their daughter. But I think if he wouldn't have got arrested for the attack on Mickey in the last episode, he was probably going to go to kill Cookie Brown anyway, because he had seen that his daughter was in video. But overall, we give the show, the season, a 5 out of 5. I'm going to give the show a 5 out of 5 because there was a lot of great intensity, a lot of great action, a lot of great drama, and, Ray Donovan. I didn't watch the first season because I didn't have Showtime last year. We just got it back this year. I checked it out because Showtime, they also have good shows too, like FX. So, yeah, that'll do it for this review. Tomorrow night, I got the final 7 episodes of Beware the Batman to review. I'm going to try to do a Space Dandy review Sunday of the finale from last week, if I can remember everything, which I should be able to. I'm sorry if either one of these videos were pretty bad, but, alright, till then, peace out.